got Echo coming in summer 2023, which is going to be another Disney Plus TV show.
Yep, and
we were obviously introduced to Echo in Hawkeye.
Yep, we were.
As far as I know, Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock on Daredevil is confirmed, and Daredevil is confirmed to make an appearance in Echo.
It would make sense.
Yeah. I don't know if Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be in the show, or not. If not, I don't know who the main antagonist of Echo is going to be, or if Echo's going to be like an Echo versus Daredevil kind of thing, where Daredevil's trying to reason with her.
Maybe.
Or if it's a case of they're both kind of working together to find and stop Kingpin, but not agreeing on methods.
Yeah, that possibly could be. Or maybe Echo seeks out Daredevil for help.
I've decided what I want Echo to actually be.
Oh.
Have you ever seen the comedy film Hear No Evil, See No Evil with Gene Wilder and...
I don't think I have. Hang on, let me look it up.
I need to...
Hear No Evil... Or See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
Yeah, 1989. Phenomenal comedy film with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder.
I don't believe I've seen that.
Okay, so basically Gene Wilder plays a deaf man, Richard Pryor plays a blind man, and between them they witnessed a murder.
Okay.
And they're being hunted by the mob essentially because they're trying to kill them before they can give over the information they have between them. And it's very, very funny just because of the shenanigans they get into. And I want them to use that element of comedy in Echo just to piss people off. Just to piss off people who want Daredevil to be dark and brooding. That's what I want.
Well, now that you've mentioned that, because obviously the way that Hawkeye ended was Echo gets into that altercation and
she shoots Kingpin in the fucking face.
Which would leave it as we all presume Kingpin is alive. And I mean,
I'm pretty sure that exact same thing happened in the comics and he survived it. Like that exact same thing.
So it would make sense that she's now going to be hunted by Kingpin. So maybe she's on the run and she ends up crossing paths with Daredevil because obviously he's trying to sort out Kingpin. And then they end up working together because the blind and the deaf sort of thing. Could turn into something like that. And like you said, then maybe there's some conflict on how to deal with Kingpin. It's going to be, I think it'll be an interesting show and gets to kind of open that world up more now.
It would be nice to have a show once again that is street level focused.
Yes.
I really enjoy the street level shows, so I always want more of them.
I think it'll also be a good kind of opening tease to bring to Daredevil coming back. Potentially. Agree. If they give us Daredevil in it. A decent amount of Daredevil, I mean, not much like a random cameo. But yeah, there's not any other details really given on that at San Diego. They just kind of told us when it's coming.
Yes. Then we move on to the Marvels. July 28th, 2023.
And all we know really of this is where Miss Marvel returns.
Yeah, it's Kamala Khan, it's Captain Marvel, and it is Monica Rambeau. We know basically nothing about this at all, and I'm actually quite excited for it. I hope Carol Danvers gets to keep the super comic accurate suit we saw at the end of the Miss Marvel show. I hope everyone grows the fuck up by the time this comes out and stops hating Miss Marvel for no reason. I hope people grow up and stop hating Captain Marvel for no reason.
I hope people grow up and stop hating MCU for no reason.
Yeah. I've got a feeling this film is going to get a fuck ton of hate for no reason, and me and you are going to be sitting here going, I really fucking liked it. I don't know what everyone's problem is.
I think my only prediction, I guess, maybe for this is looking at what's coming before and what like the gap between. There's nothing really that it is gonna relate, or nothing I see like Miss Marvel tying into Kamala Khan or like Captain Marvel, other than like maybe Secret Invasion. Um, so the Marvels might literally be set like right after where Miss Marvel ended.
I think the Marvels is going to end up being quite an important film for the multiverse saga.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how yet.
I I think if it ties like timeline wise, they make it so it's like right after where Miss Marvel ended, and it explains what the fuck happened and how they swap places potentially or whatever's going on there. I think that it'll suddenly open up and explain a lot of these artifacts and what's going on, and I imagine we're gonna come across more artifacts or weapons or whatnot in these few films and shows coming. So yeah, I do think it'll be an important like kind of explanation of, I don't know, maybe some of the things that have happened with Secret Invasion and stuff. Like it's gonna be
Yeah.
answer a lot of loose threads sort of things, maybe.
And then also in summer 2023, we have season 2 of the Loki TV show.
Yep. Which again, there's been some set photos
Oh, really?
leaked that I saw of Tom Hiddleston in his like TVA style outfit, and I forget what the female Loki actress is called.
I was gonna say Sylvie, but that's just what she went by, wasn't it?
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I can't remember.
so Sylvie is wearing an outfit that people have figured out is a old McDonald's uniform
Oh,
from what
okay.
some like old like whatever year that like is the theme of the Loki shows and all that.
Oh,
And
okay.
wonders if it's a variation of Sylvie that is working at McDonald's that Loki finds to
Interesting.
question or not. But that was kind of the only shots.
Yeah. I mean, we know at the end of the first season of Loki, we were left in a situation where they just killed He Who Remains, and he said, "See you in a minute." And
Yeah.
then Loki went back to the TVA. Owen Wilson's character couldn't remember him, and then there's a statue of Kang the Conqueror instead of the Timekeepers.
Yep. And
Um,
I wonder if that then means Sylvia disappears, so he goes looking and finds a variation, and maybe that's what it's all about.
yeah.
But yeah, there's going to be a
Um,
lot of traveling around to different multiverses. Probably a bit more of an explanation of how the timeline, all that
yeah.
shenanigans works.
I think we're going to get even more understanding of the branches and what it means.
Yeah, and how that relates to multiverses and maybe even to the quantum realm. So, Loki season 2 should be a good one. I think that'll be good.
And then we have a little break before we get to November 3rd, 2023, where we get Blade.
Yes, that's gonna be so good. Finally, all these mentions of vampires across all these Marvel films and shows. Finally, we will actually deal with vampires.
Mahershala Ali is going to go down as one of Marvel's best casting decisions, up there with RDJ.
I would agree. He's gonna play that role so well.
I am so excited. Blade's a fucking awesome character, and I cannot wait to see the stories they tell with him. And it's another member of the Midnight Suns in the MCU and active. Also, sorry, I forgot to mention, in some of the She-Hulk footage that's come out since, there's a poster in the background that looks like it's for Johnny Blaze, who's of course Ghost Rider.
Oh,
which would be a third member of the Midnight Suns.
maybe he appears in Blade.
Maybe.
We also might get what you call from the Eternals. The Black Knight. Black Knight.
Yeah, Black Knight.
Black Knight. He might show up in Blade.
Yeah, may well show up in Blade. It was Blade's voice apparently we
Yeah.
heard at the end of the Eternals. So
I would be surprised if we don't have them duoing in the film a bit.
Yep. Yep.
But other than
Or
that, yeah,
maybe
they
the end of Blade ties in with the end of the Eternals. So
possibly,
then
yeah,
we get to like the two stories, and then they meet at a point, and then information from the Eternals and information from Blade gives us an idea of where that story's
that's
going.
going. Yeah, potentially, yeah, that's also a good point.
Then in full 2023, we
Mhm.
have the Ironheart TV show, which is going to be coming to Disney Plus.
Yes,
We weren't given any information about that at all, but of course we did see Riri Williams in the Black Panther trailer, so I
yeah,
assume we might have a bit of a better idea about what we might see in that show at the end of Black Panther.
yes. I think
Depending on what position Riri's been left in, I think we'll be able to get a better idea of what kind of show we're going to see.
I have a slight theory in. So we
Okay.
saw it in the Black Panther trailer, her cutting out the iconic like symbol out of sheet metal with a
Mm-hmm.
blowtorch, which gave me very much Iron Man 1 in the cave suit vibes,
Yep.
very rustic looking thing. I wonder if she puts something together in something a bit more jank and rustic in Black Panther for whatever's
For the
going on.
final battle. Yeah.
Yeah, for whatever's going on. And then Ironheart TV series, we see her using Wakanda tech and actually making a proper suit and
And refining and stuff.
yeah, and
Yeah,
going
maybe.
more into that. And potentially, if she's going to be linked with like Wakanda and stuff, might give us some more like just background. Like we get to see a bit more of Wakanda and the tech side of things, and
Yeah.
um, shown a bit more of that world, but through the
Yeah.
Ironheart TV series.
No, I agree. It sounds I mean, I'm so excited. She's a really cool character in my opinion, and I'm curious to see how well Marvel utilizes her.
Yeah, I think that TV show will have a better kind of prediction and understanding once we've seen Black Panther.
Yeah. Then winter 23 going into early 2024.
Mm-hmm.
We have Agatha Coven of Chaos, which is going to be a TV show. Originally, it had a different name, I
It
believe.
did. It began with a H.
Agatha Harkness.
Yeah, Harkness of something, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, they've changed the name. Based on what we knew of the original show, and I assume the show is the same, it's just got a different title.
Yeah.
It sounds like this is actually going to be more of an origin story for Agatha back during when she was in the Coven and stuff that we saw in the flashback in WandaVision. To add a bit more depth to the character that is Agatha Harkness.
Yeah. Okay, so it was originally called House of Harkness.
There we go. I don't think the show is going to be anything particularly special. I think it is a show for people who want every ounce of MCU content they can get versus people who care about the main story.
Yeah. I also wonder if the name change is a bit more to help people because now we've had Doctor Strange and we understand like all the chaos energy and stuff. If it's to help you kind of like go, okay, it's from that. Maybe it'll branch into that and explain a bit more of that stuff so people have a better understanding of that
Magic in the MCU.
Yeah. Like where it's come from and whatnot. I agree. I don't think it's going to be like anything super important to the main storyline. It's kind of more going to be like, here's an info dump about this stuff. So when it crops up again, you have a better understanding of.
You never know. Because of that, it might lend so much creative freedom to the team working on it. It could be very, very well done. Because it's kind of, okay, that's going. Don't do anything that's going to fuck with the main story and just kind of tell your own story. And because it's a bit more encapsulated, it might allow them to have a bit more fun with it and create something special.
There's the only things we know really about chaos magic and stuff is the book and a few rituals. Like we don't really know much.
Exactly.
So they have a lot of freedom to, depending what like the actual story is going to be, like how far back or what it dives into. But yeah, there's a lot of creative freedom there that they can play with.